Greetings! It is I, the Fiendish Dr. Phil Nichols, coming to you for another installment of From the Lab. Well, it's been a pretty busy week. I had a lot of personal things to do with my mom this week, but I still managed to finish and get everything put together on the Creepshow Crate Beast edition. And so far, one head has been taken and two of the full figures. And I'm 5'9", so he's about 4 foot tall. So that you know, and when we ship them, we're going to try FedEx ground or UPS ground, but we may actually wind up having to truck them. Just depends. Also, his arms are in this position based on the model kit that Scott sent me to use as the template of the pose for him. I can make the arms like this, or we can do it like this. Anything like that you want when you're ordering, just let me know. Well, it doesn't even have to be when you're ordering. When I start to assemble the skeleton for it. The skeletons are really thick PVC that are sprayed with rigid polyurethane foam, styrofoam. And then I build a kind of a paper mold around it and pour in liquid styrofoam. So that makes the mannequin. So it's a rigid foam mannequin that I attach the heavy cast latex and foam filled hands, feet, and head to. And then the hair is a special mix. It's 2 colors of gray that are hand blended and hand mixed and specially treated so that they look real. And then it's all painstakingly glued on. And then of course around the head is the pale gray, like Savini had, and the little bitty mustachy thing. You know, and it takes us about 8 weeks to assemble it. You know, and I'm running up the latex pieces for it now. And next weekend we got to go buy the stuff for the crate. So I'll pick up the PVC and all the things I need to begin fabricating the bodies for the 2 people that are getting bodies. And it sits on a metal pipe mounted to a board. And what I'll do, because this isn't his final base, he'll be attached to the crate. But for you guys that have ordered the full figure, we'll paint it black. We'll paint the base and the pipe black, so it won't be as obtrusive. Or if you have a different color that you want the base painted, that's no big deal. Just let me know. You know, if you have carpeting, you could even get a piece of carpet that matches your carpeting and put it on it, I guess. Anyway, he's about 98% done. I still have to put the eyelashes on. There's still a few paint tweaks, and we have to bolt in, screw in screws into the arm joints once we get him mounted on the crate and set his arms officially. So yeah, he's really solid. He's not going to fall apart. You know, and it's $1,075. And to order one, I need at least half down, and you can pay that in installments if you need to. But I need half down to show that you're serious, because this I said 6 to 8 weeks. It's very labor intensive because there's nothing on him that is just straight out of the bag. We hand mix, we hand blend, we hand make everything on him. So that's the Creepshow Crate Beast. And then eventually we'll be doing a whole spotlight on him when we get the crate built and everything like that. So the only 2 finished pieces in the lab right now belong to Scott Solomon, the Harry Henderson that I finished for him, and the Creepshow Crate Beast. And even though it's been a real busy week, I did finish some sculpting. Well, not finish, but I did find some sculpting time. I have begun to really block out in earnest the oh crap, I've been shot Wolfman. That's Lon Chaney from House of Dracula, and I have been working on Dracula, Christopher Lee as Dracula. I think it's a very nice likeness, and now I'm just 1 week in. So when we showed you last week, I was 1 day in. Now I'm 1 week in. Eventually, these are just placeholders. I'll do what I did on Joker, and I'll actually stick acrylic teeth in here. And he's got crooked bottom teeth. I'll match them. His tongue needs to be built out a little bit more. You know, this is still a little too heavy, a little too angel looking. This is where I'm at now. I've got it blocked out pretty good, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to begin using my sculpting tools and my rakes and going in and work the forms to make it look less like a mask and more like a wax figure, you know, a little less stylized, a little less abstracted. So that's the Christopher Lee. It's coming along. The clay presses for the bride are ready. The front end is still full of stuff for the movie. And I'm mold making tomorrow and Wednesday, and when I get those done and free up some clay, then I'll begin blocking out the Screaming Bride of Frankenstein and Norman Bates and Captain Quint, and that'll be the first series. We're looking at 3 to 4 to 5 weeks, depending upon how much trouble it gives me, and you know. for each likeness. I used to think that was terribly long, but that's what Madame Tussauds does, so, you know, I guess I'm right in the ballpark. Now, the pose I've ultimately settled on with him is just your standard snarl. It's not, I'm dying, mouth open wide. It's not just, you know, just showing the fangs. It's your standard snarl, because I watched the scene again and again where he bites Carolyn Monroe, and he really doesn't go crazy on her. He just bites her. So I've abstracted a little bit, and I think it's good, because I also have a copy of Henry's that's helping me a little bit. But see, he based his on, was it Dracula Has Risen from the Grave, when he got staked, where he's laying down and his mouth is open real wide. So when you're laying down, gravity's going to pull everything down, and Christopher Lee has a real fleshy face, so it made him a little plump. So I'm not doing that with mine. This is the pose I'm doing with mine. And for my personal copy, I think I'm going to finish him with the mustache and the gray hair from Franco's Count Dracula. I don't think anybody's ever made that bust. So if you want the Franco Count Dracula Christopher Lee, you know, just let me know when I release it, because that is totally doable. Okay? Looks like that's about all I have to show you for today. Alright, monster kids, y'all have a great day. This is the Fiendish Dr. Phil and the Creepshow Great Beast from the lab.